Since becoming an English gentleman, it's come to my attention that it's considered rude to ask a woman about her age and her weight. But I never understood why it was considered rude to ask a woman how old she is, because it don't seem to serve much purpose apart from being a potential loophole men can use when they get caught with an underage girl. And whenever I meet a new woman, I like to find out how old she is as soon as possible so that I can work out what kind of lie she'll be impressed by and how much money I need to pretend to have. Anyway, I was in a bar and I met a woman that looked about 40, but really good for 40. And what I'd like to do in these situations is get her to tell me how old she is and then pretend that I thought she was 6 years younger. The reason I picked 6 years is because it's young enough for her to be flattered, but old enough for her to realistically pretend she doesn't know I'm bullshitting her. So I ask her how old she is, and she tells me to guess. So I pretend to give it some thought, and then I guess 34, because like I said, I thought she looked good for 40. But it turns out she actually looks terrible for 22, and also cries really easily. And loudly. Drama queen. So I guess that's why you're not supposed to ask a woman how old she is, and why this old gentleman thing ain't always as easy as I make it look. And I guess that must have really hurt her feelings, because the sadness in her eyes after that made me feel so guilty that after a while I couldn't bear to look at her in the face. So it's a good thing doggy style's always an option, otherwise I would have had to start all over again with another bird. Gentleman! One rule I still haven't made sense of is never ask a woman how much she weighs. I mean, I can already see how big you are. Getting a precise measurement isn't going to change anything. It's like asking a topless lady what her bra size is. She doesn't tell me that I'm being rude, she just wants to know how I got in her house. The thing that annoys me though, is how some women get really offended when you ask them about their weight. Like, I was talking to this one woman, and the conversation was going really well, and I thought I should ask a question or two so it didn't seem one-sided. So I asked her how much she weighed, and she went nuts. She completely turned on me. I mean, I know they say you should never ask a woman how much she weighs, but they also say you should never leave a job interview without asking a few questions at the end, so what was I meant to do, just sit there in silence? Jeez, what a baby. Gentleman! Nah.